Okay. In the 11th grade, we are given a common assessment, critical thinking, to the 11th grade students. And the main focus is the EAP essay. And the students were supposed to explain the author's argument and then give their thoughts on the paper in writing.
I see the student trying to use transitional phrases between the paragraphs. I see the student beginning to use more active verbs such as states or discusses to make the writing a little bit more precise.
The writer seems to effectively create rhythm by varying sentence types and sentence lengths and using commas and shorter and longer sentences.
I noticed that the writer has a very strong sense of self in the writing. It's personable and entertaining.
I feel like the student is misreading a little bit of the prompt. I think he kind of has the main idea, but there's some nuances around the logic of the argument that I'm not sure if the student picked up on.
I think that the student is the strength of being able to summarize almost becomes also a challenge, because I think the writer is not he's not taking the next step, which is taking his stance in relation to what he's reading.
Addressing the prompt seems to be problematic. The student addresses the first half of the prompt and pretty much writes thoroughly about that without discussing his agreement or disagreement with the analysis. So part of the help for the student may be to unpack the prompt.
I feel like this next step for the student that I actually think the student is ready for is to look at developing the paragraphs that he or she has initiated here, if they were revising it, looking at what development would look like to take his position or her position, the ideas, maybe some outlining to be able to kind of brainstorm those out.
I would say, given that the prompt asks the writer to do many different things, that I would, I think, give the student a graphic organizer to help him make sure that he's answering all the parts of the prompt.
I would agree with Mr. Meyer that the idea of using an outline, even a very short, maybe 3-bullet outline, would be a wonderful strategy for the student. Also to make sure that they address all aspects of the prompt, not just the parts that they're most comfortable with.
The summarizing, I noted that in all of my students. That is a problem that I have, very problematic for all of the students, even my seniors. They summarize. They still don't get it, how to use transition words. That I would like to teach my kids how to write, and I should say children, I know that, how to write and develop a beginning paragraph. Because I still see those problems with my 11th grade students. They cannot develop a thesis sentence. They do not know how to use transition words correctly. Because even in their concluding paragraph, they'll say, for example, when I have to teach them, finally, in conclusion, you know, those type of things.